folks, welcome to Australian Outback Proving Grounds home cleaning of the flue. Now, by no means do I suggest you do this at all if you have a chimney sweep, a professional chimney sweep in your area. If a chimney sweep services your area, use them. A chimney sweep will do a better job. They have more experience, better equipment and better training. First thing to do is clean that down. You can see in here needs cleaning out. Don't worry, that's one of the last things to be done. First thing is to get this out. Okay, so what we do, each piece is tapered so that the piece below it fits into it. So what we're going to do is just lift it. You might have to twist it a bit, but anyway, we're going to lift it up so that it comes apart from the piece below it. And then we'll drop it and we'll take it out piece by piece, segment by segment, and do the whole chimney that way. This one's sticking a bit. This is actually the second edition of this. The first edition, I cleaned it out by creating a constant vibration that rattled everything loose. In this version of it, I think I found a better way. Cross the fingers it'll work out. And that I'm using just an ordinary cobweb broom. But that's better than it was. And as I said, that's better than doing nothing at all. I hope that that's the right angle for you to see. Okay. And just so you know, using that brush there has saved maybe 20 minutes. Now, this end, right. You can see it's not the cleanest of things. I'll bring it up. Hopefully you'll see this. Oh brother, this is going to be dirty. If that stuff fell into your fire, it can cause a fire. A big enough chunk of this stuff if it hits a good temperature fire, can actually explode. It's just not worth taking a chance on. So far, if I was to run a stopwatch from beginning to where I'm up to now, the whole process, I've only spent about 10 minutes. I'm going to go back inside now, and I'll spend another maybe 15 minutes cleaning up the rest of the firebox, the soot trap, everything like that. And then maybe another 10 minutes to reassemble everything and clean up. It really, honestly, it takes so little effort to be safety conscious. And you think about it, this is the lives of your children, your husband or your wife or your mother and your father, your neighbours, all for such little effort. Safety's improved so much. All of that stuff that I told you builds up, and if a big enough clump falls in, can explode and catch fire, everything like that. Well, that's just a piece of it that just fell out then from the little doorway. But a quick note of explanation. This fire was made in the 1930s. So I don't know if I was to try and unscrew some of these screws or bolts, whether they'd snap off, whether they'd be able to be replaced. See that? Bits of unburnt wood. They went up the chimney with the current and down with the draft into the soot trap. Unburnt wood. You've got to look after your fire if you have one. You really have, because that's as good as it is for ambient warmth and everything else. It's a bloody safety hazard and a damn dangerous thing. Do not take it for granted. Do not take it for granted. Clean it out every year. Better yet, have a professional clean it out if there's one available. Like I said, we don't have one in our area. We do not have one that services our town.
Yeah. Bring you home. Yeah, come on.
특별했던 나를 와바뀌게 한 건 너. 나를 거울 앞에서 세상이게 만들어버린 너. 예전엔 화장도 안 하고 대충 입던 나인데 이젠 어울리는 옷에 관심이 더 생겼어. 너에게 잘 보이려 하더라고. 무엇 입을까 고민을 하는 나. 예뻐지고
This is how you control the intensity of the fire. The fire needs air to burn, and this restricts or frees up the incoming airflow. Flue's fire dampener sits on top of here. Only this bit leads from the stove's firebox. The main function of the flue dampener gate or membrane is to stop the flames from igniting the creosote in the flue pipe. A side effect is slower exhaust out, less air intake in. With air induction lessened, the fire intensity in the firebox is lessened. The side with the blue arrow is not controlled by the flue dampener mechanism. Heat from the firebox causes hot air and smoke to rise, taking with it ash, unburnt material, charcoal, soot, etc. It rises up so far when it cools down. When gravity starts to take effect, it descends down, and this other side, the blue arrow, leads into the soot trap. See what I mean about the ventricle from the flue dampener? There's the flue dampener there, working. Obviously the sides is closed off now. Needs the firebox, otherwise the flue dampener would be useless. Anyway, that's how that goes. That's how it works. Well, that's it. That's all there is to it. It's winter time now, and it'll be good for another year. I'll give you a quick tip before I go though. If you have a good fire burning like this, why use the electric jug? Every time you boil the electric jug or the electric kettle, it's the same as running your fridge for 3 hours. So use the fire. It adds up on the electricity bill, and it's better for the planet. If your household is like mine and the kettle gets boiled 50 million times a day for someone to have a cup of tea or coffee, it really does make a difference. It's on a video. Today we're Oh, it's one of those things, but eventually I'll get it.